So I wanted to share those TA exercises and the pelvic floor muscles that I've been talking to you, the exercises for that as well. So here's just a handful of exercises really quick I'm going to show you just to be able to strengthen that. It helps improve your bladder after having kids. I'm not gonna lie, after the twins, my bladder was a mess. Like jumping jacks were like a no-go. They were my worst enemy. And now I'm able to do them again since I've been working on that. And also, I felt like my stomach pulled in faster after the baby than it did with the twins. Granted, it was twins before, but I feel like my inner core was a lot stronger this round. So I kind of just wanted to share some of those things on how to shrink your stomach and how to avoid that mommy pooch that you see so many people get and that we all get sometimes after having a baby. So I just kind of wanted to give you ideas on how to fix some of those issues. Okay, so we're gonna start by sitting down on the floor. Now remember, my baby Camry is only 4 weeks old, so I still have work to do. I'm still doing these in between normal exercises. For example, I may do a normal lifting section, and then I will do a section of pelvic tilts, and then I'll do shoulders again. So I'm still working on these as well, but I wanted to share them anyway. So first, to start, we're gonna start with diaphragmatic breathing and TA contraction. So you're gonna lay down. You're gonna have your knees up and you can lay down. You can even put pillows underneath your back if you want to. I'm gonna lift up my shirt so you can see what's going on. You basically are gonna take your hands, put them right here, right above your hip bones. You kind of push down and you're gonna feel two little bands right there, kind of underneath everything. So it's about an inch, a half inch deep. You're just gonna put your hands right there. You're gonna inhale your stomach all the way up so it's totally rounded. And then you're gonna exhale slowly like you're breathing through a straw. Now the key is to make sure that lower core comes in first and you're not just sucking in. So you're trying to imagine that you're bringing your belly button towards your spine and then you're pulling in that lower part and you'll feel a small movement down here. So this is what it looks like. I'm holding in the air and I can tell right here that this muscle down here is contracted. It's nice and tight. That's the muscle I'm working on. I'm tight up here as well, but you need to make sure this is pulled in down here. My belly button feels like it's pulled down towards my spine, and then I release. I'm gonna do it again without my hands there. I'll put them up so you can see. Another one you can do is, once you do that motion, you're going to start with heel slides, where you just slide your heels out slowly and you make sure you keep those TA bands down or your TA muscles pulled in. So I'm going to start, I'm going to, my stomach's pulled all the way in and I start with heel slides. I'm just sliding my heel. Now you notice this is pulled in right here. That's where we're working, those lower abs. They're pulled in. If you need to take a break because you can't keep breathing, go ahead and relax the muscles and do it again. Sometimes people can't imagine pushing out through like a straw, like they're breathing out. So I say the letter S, so you go S when you pull your stomach in. Another one you can say is hut. That helps you make sure everything's released. So when I pull in, I go hut. Pulls everything in nice and tight. I'm going to show you the diaphragmatic breathing and the TA contraction standing as well. Again, I just had a baby, so I have work to do as well. And then I'm going to show you how to do the hut. So I inhale, and then I'm going to exhale. Everything's nice and tight down here. You feel nice contraction. Here's how you do the hut. Hut. Everything's nice and tight from the side. Hut. Now, since I did just have the baby, my uterus is still shrinking, so it is still sticking out. It takes about 4 to 6 weeks for your uterus to totally go back to normal, and I'm right at 4 weeks right now. So it may still be sticking out a little bit. So when you do these, don't expect your stomach to go completely flat because your uterus is still larger than normal. So that kind of makes a difference when you're doing them as well. And with the heel slides, you can do those seated. That's the next step up from laying down, just to strengthen those lower muscles. And then the pelvic floor muscles, just from doing it laying down. And then the pelvic floor muscles, they're a little bit trickier because there's nothing really I can show you to do that. That'd be a little bit creepy. But the best way to imagine it is you're going to do it from the laying down position, and you're going to imagine literally sucking up a straw with your muscles down there, okay? So it's basically the same muscles you'd use to urine or to stop a urine flow. You're going to imagine pulling a straw in, and you're going to hold and then release. You do quick contractions and short contractions. And that's how you're going to improve your bladder, honestly, like so you can jump, do some of those things. And also that TA is wrapped all in those pelvic floor muscles and then connects into your abs. So you're going to have a way tighter lower stomach without having to do any crunches. The idea of doing crunches right after having a baby is actually you don't need them because your stomach is still, I mean, you guys have seen that line. It stretches so much to the sides that you have space here. And most women get rectus diastasis, but it heals for them within 2 to 8 weeks, so it's not a problem, but not everyone it does. So you don't want to overdo it too soon, and that's why I suggest some of these exercises. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, those are not exercises. That's silly Billy. But I honestly swear by them. I do the hut and the breathing with the TA contractions before every lift. So let's say I have a squat rack on my back. I'm going to inhale and exhale. Pull everything in. It's nice and tight. Everything's tight down here. And then I'm going to squat. As soon as I lose that core work, I will relax and I'll do it again. Same thing with deadlifts, with bicep curls, with everything. With a bicep curl, if I'm from the side, I've got my curls and I need to take a big inhale in so I can start. I'm going to go hot. And I'm going to start my curls with everything nice and tight, okay? Everything pulled in, belly button towards the spine. These things may seem simple, but I promise you, I swear by them. I really think it's why I recovered so quickly. I really think it's helping my stomach pull in faster than before. It's improved my bladder. It's improved my ability to walk and to do some of those things afterwards. It's improved pelvic pain after having the baby because, you know, you've got a lot of that going on afterwards. So they're really simple, but they work really well. And you just got to remember to add them into your daily activities. You got to also watch your torso. Make sure when you have the baby, we actually want to stick a hip out to put the baby on the hip or lean forward holding the baby like this. We don't want to do that, okay? You want to stand with your glutes back, not sticking out, but just standing straight, not with a tilt here or a tilt here. So be aware of that as well, and I think that you'll have a great recovery. And if you've already had a baby and you're working on flattening that stomach down here as well, it works just as well. It doesn't matter if you had a baby 1 day ago or 10 years ago. It's still going to tighten up that lower part of your stomach that just naturally pooches out after we have kids. Hopefully this video was helpful. I think you guys are awesome and keep doing what you're doing.